As an electrical apprentice, you will need to be able to recognize a number of different hand tools and know how to use them. In this exercise, we will start to learn the names that you will hear on a job site for the common tools in your tool belt. Hammer and claw hammer are common names for this tool. Tape measure, or just simply tape, is the common name for this tool. This is a torpedo level, a spirit level, sometimes called a bubble level, but it's always just a level. This is just a hacksaw. You may hear this called a drywall saw, a jab saw, or possibly a keyhole saw. This is a utility knife, a box cutter, or a retractable knife. Sometimes it's just called a knife. This is a crescent wrench, or an adjustable wrench, or sometimes just called a wrench. These have many names. Water or gas pump pliers, slip joint pliers, tongue and groove pliers, channel locks, or adjustable pliers. These are known as Allen keys, hex keys, or Allen wrenches. There's an imperial style and a metric style. These are tin snips, aviation snips, or simply snips. This most useful tool is known as your linesman's pliers, linesman's, Klein's, or simply pliers. These are your wire strippers, or simply strippers. These are known as your side cutters, or possibly diagonal cutting pliers. This screwdriver is a number 2 Robertson, a red Robbie, or perhaps a number 2 square. Occasionally it's called a number 8 Robbie because it fits a number 8 machine screw. So the Robertson screwdrivers are categorized by color, and this shows you how. This screwdriver is known as slotted, standard, or flat. It's a large keystone style, and we'll learn about that in this next slide. There's a cabinet tip or a keystone tip, and it's all to do with how it would fit through a hole. This smaller version is also a slotted, standard, or flat, but it's a cabinet style. This tool is very useful. It's an 11-in-1 screwdriver, a multi-driver. Sometimes it'll be called a Phillips, simply because that's the only Phillips bit you have in your tool pouch. Again, we've got some different bits in there as part of the 11. So we've got the slotted, Phillips, and Robertson. There's also some nut drivers in there, and you'll see just by taking out the screwdriver inserts, you've got some different size nut drivers. We have one more nut driver in our tool pouch. This one is a 7/16. Our plug tester, outlet analyzer, GFCI or GFI tester is also called a socket tester sometimes. There's instructions about how to use it, and we will go over this in our extension cord lab. Our Voltic is also called a voltage detector or an electrical test pen. You can detect voltage without actually touching any live wires. There are important instructions that we will go over within another lab. It's important to note that this won't always detect voltage, even when there is voltage present. Again, we will go over it in a lab. Finally, you'll need to have a place to store all of your tools, and this is going to be your tool belt, your tool pouch. We will start assembling these shortly.